Alan Newcastle sits alone watching YouTube videos on his computer when suddenly he hears an all too familiar cry for help.
There is no expectation of privacy in public.
There's no need to fear. Hezokai is here.
Yeah, these guys are all about spreading hate. That's what they're about. They're about hate. They're about lies. And they're about taking away our rights. This isn't from me. This is from a psychologist named Bernard Golden, talking about hate and anger in general. And I just am applying this to the way frauditors act, and it fits so perfectly. Because they always hate cops, right? Acts of hate are attempts to distract oneself from feelings such as helplessness, powerlessness, injustice, because they always feel like they're under injustice from the police, inadequacy, and shame. Hate is grounded in some sense of perceived threat. They see the cops as a threat, even if the cop's literally just standing there doing nothing. It's an attitude that can give rise to hostility and aggression towards individuals or groups. Like much of anger, it is a reaction to the distraction from some of their inner pain. The individual consumed by hate may believe that the only way to regain some sense of power over his or her pain is to preemptively strike out at others. In this context, each moment of hate is a temporary reprieve from their inner suffering. If that is not a description of a frauditor, I don't know what is. When I see something like a frauditor filming a guy who's trying to he's trying to jump, and the police actually talk him down, and then he sees the frauditor and says, whoa, I don't want this guy filming me, man. Now, here's a guy who is in the middle of a crisis, a mental health crisis, who's ready to die for it, finally getting calmed down, being re-upset by some idiot with the camera, and the police, in fact, it was a random citizen who nicely asked him, please don't film this guy. You're obviously making him more upset, refusing to stop filming because it's my right to film whatever I can see. I can film. No empathy, no sympathy, no decency, no respect. These guys deserve disdain and they deserve anger because they're scumbags. So yeah, I get a little angry when I see stuff like that. Casey Camera Boy, Silence Boy, walking up not to police, not to public servants, literally random people on the street. SGV News, going to church with Pedo Libre audits every Sunday morning to audit a church. What does that have to do with government transparency? What does that have to do with freedom? What does that have to do with rights? Auditing a church. And then if somebody from the church has the audacity to say, why are you filming? How do they answer them? Oh, Shama Mahalo. Oh, and then pepper spray the guy. Yeah, these guys don't deserve any anger. Because they're such good, wonderful citizens that are out there fighting for our freedom. No, they're who found out that there's a way on YouTube to get paid to film yourself being a That's what it is. That's what frauditing is all about. Hey, look, there's all these guys on the internet who are getting paid to film themselves being I'm an so let me go out there and get paid to film myself being Ooh, that's a bingo. All right. If you're a compassionate human who lives in a society with other humans, if you have empathy for people, if you see someone who's literally having a nervous breakdown, who's literally having a mental health breakdown, that's having some horrible situation, if somebody's laying on the ground bleeding because they just got beat up. I saw a frauditor frauditing a girl whose boyfriend beat her up, and he's filming her, and she's crying and bleeding and saying, please don't film me, and he's refusing to stop. That's taking it a little bit beyond, like, oh, what's the matter? Your feelings are going to dictate my actions? Well, come on. It isn't about other people's feelings trying to control your actions. It's about having basic human decency, basic human compassion. It's not about being a snowflake. That's not the point. The point is, there's a line. Whether you like that line or not, it is there. And if you cross it, then you're just a scumbag. Like, you don't want people's feelings to control your actions, and you don't care what people feel. Well, I feel that you guys are scumbags. How about that? That's not going to change your actions? Fine, but I have the right to feel that. Just like you have the right to be a So go ahead, keep doing it. Have fun. They don't see their own stupidity. They don't see their own irony. And yes, I do see the irony of the fact that I said that all these guys have is insults while I'm just sitting here insulting them. But guess what? I can have and literally wrote a book about these guys. I've broken down and seen a million other creators break down on an intellectual level specifically and exactly why they're wrong. And we all know it, right? But I'm here to call them out on their stupidity blatantly because they've earned the disdain. Their actions and the way they treat the general public is so absolutely abhorrent that they deserve every inch of spite that they get. They've earned it. And they give it. They give it in droves, by the truckload. They pour derision on everyone they come into contact with. Not just cops, not just servants, but normal citizens. Everyone. They deride, they pepper spray, they swear, they yell, they insult, everything and anything they can to make a confrontation so that their video will get more likes and more views. Instigating it intentionally for YouTube clout. They're trying to make a stupid YouTube video and get clicks and views, and that's all they care about. They don't care about freedom. They don't care about rights. They don't care about people. They really don't care about people at all. These are antisocial narcissists. All right?